This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Thank God it's Friday at last, right? That means the weekend is nearly upon us, and hopefully we get some nice weather to go with it. Get the barbecues out, the paddling pools, the rubber dinghies, the water pistols, whatever the hell you want to get out, right? Well, within reason, of course. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, welcome, and make sure you hit that subscription button. For everyone else who's already subscribed, you know the drill. Thumbs up, comment, all that good stuff. Now, in this video, surprisingly enough, I'm not actually going to have a go at Wilder. I could, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to be quite nice with him in this one, based on some of the things that he said. I know, right? Que sera, sera, right? Or whatever the hell that means. Because Deontay Wilder has actually said something quite positive about Anthony Joshua, which is unusual. Now, he does go on to criticise how Anthony Joshua ducked him and his team kept him away from him. All that kind of rhetoric garbage, which we're not going to get into. Most people know by now that it was Wilder who ducked the fight, $100 million, all that kind of good stuff. So we're not going to get into it. But either way, Wilder's actually been a little bit nice. And this is what Deontay Wilder had to say regarding Anthony Joshua losing to Andy Ruiz Jr. and a comeback, and of course a future fight. This is what Deontay Wilder had to say. I think I could still fight Anthony Joshua. That fight is not dead. Joshua can come back and do a lot of amazing things, you know. Look at all the fighters who have come back. Some of them have had 2 or 3 title shots. Look at my guy, Derek Chisora. How many times has he fought for a world title or at world level? I can name a couple of guys who have fought for it twice, let alone 1 time. I know some guys who never get blessed to have it even 1 time, like my brother, Malik Scott. So that is Deontay Wilder's statement. As I said, he does go on and talk about his usual stuff. But anyway, we're just going to cut it short and just actually try and be nice about Wilder in this one, because he is correct. And this is why I always say a loss should never define anybody. And unfortunately, Anthony Joshua, we always knew that he had like a lot of what you want to call casual fan base at times. And as soon as he lost, a whole load of people would jump ship, throw the toys out the pram and abandon. That's fine. If you abandoned him, go away, stay away, and don't come back. You're pretty much right, because this is more a slight on your character more than anything else, right? If you guys quit and just follow for glory. Now, Anthony Joshua taking a loss is what it is, right? Listen, I think a lot of us were very disappointed at the time. We were shocked even. Although we kind of shouldn't have been, because Andy Ruiz Jr., he is an elite fighter. And I said this before the fight, that he is very, very dangerous. And I said that he was all wrong for Anthony Joshua, in the sense of Joshua looked not great whenever he fights shorter guys, like a Povetkin, a Parker, etc. Takam as well. Because Joshua, he likes the taller guys. He finds the range pretty quickly and can land pretty early and find the distance, all that kind of good stuff. But Andy Ruiz, short, gets down even lower and throws a whole bunch of punches. So this was always going to be wrong for Joshua. But now Joshua knows this. I fully expect him to make the adjustments and get the win. But even if he doesn't, it's still not over. As Wilder says, look at the history of all the guys who have got world title fights, got more opportunities. All you got to do is be guided correctly. All you got to do is step up, because Joshua has been stepping up. Listen, let's be honest. If Joshua was to retire now, he'd certainly get into the British Hall of Fame, wouldn't he? Surely. Or maybe the World Hall of Fame, International Hall of Fame. Potentially. I don't know that for a fact, but if you look at his resume and only 23 fights right now, it is absolutely amazing. Now, when you look at it, a loss to Andy Ruiz is no great shame. Every fighter loses when they consistently step up. Some fighters can step up and fight other opponents at the right time and continue that win, maybe get some gift decisions, all that kind of thing. We've seen it throughout history. Other fighters just lurk in the shadows and fight non-worthy contenders, shall we say, for a long, long time. Some of them even get to 42 fights. It is what it is. Now, I fully expect Joshua to bounce back, and this should make him a better fighter. Because if he had any kind of thought in him of being invincible or that kind of thing, now it's gone. Now he could potentially change it up a bit. Look at Vladimir Klitschko. It actually took him, was it 3 losses, to actually make any kind of adjustment to a point where his fortress, if you like, was impenetrable, where he would fight safe and attack when needed. Massive, massive puncher. He was always a massive puncher, but he realised after a certain amount of time, I can't trade with these guys, because when I get hit, there's a very good chance I'm going to go. Tyson Fury has realised that well. Tyson Fury has now adapted where he's pretty much fully defensive. Because, again, he knows Tyson Fury cannot be hit on the whiskers without going down. He just can't. So Tyson Fury has adapted already. So I would imagine Joshua will make some kind of changes. If he doesn't, then listen, you know, what is it that we can do? There's nothing in the world we can do. If he's set this way in stone, then he is that way. I mean, look at Wilder. Wilder cannot change now. He's been doing this for too long. His style works for him, and it is what it is. At some point, he's going to lose. He knows this. Everyone knows it. At some point, Tyson Fury will lose. Dillian Whyte has already taken a loss. And look at the bounce back he's done. He's now a pay-per-view star. So I can totally agree with Deontay Wilder that Anthony Joshua could come back and have another amazing run. He really could. Why not? Because even if he defeats Andy Ruiz Jr., who's next for him? It's going to be Alexander Usyk. Again, another huge fight. So, depends on how you look at it. You could say, well, he lost to Andy Ruiz, so therefore, even if he does beat Ruiz again, there's a good chance he could lose to Usyk. But again, different styles. Different time zones, so many scenarios. Maybe a different training regime. All that kind of thing. But for me, I do fully expect Joshua to bounce back. Wilder is absolutely spot on. I think that Joshua, he can come back and have another amazing run. Now, I know Wilder's talking about getting world title shots and whatever. Yeah, of course. I mean, Joshua can, as of right now, not fight Andy Ruiz and push for the WBC position. Get a shot that way. Now, we know Wilder won't give him a voluntary. We know that, well, actually, I nearly went down that road again. But either way, anyway, Wilder's correct. I think that Joshua can have a very good run. One loss should never define anybody's career. You agree? Yep. Thumbs up, drop yourself a comment, subscribe. Catch you all on the next one.